Let's cancel the 10 Commandments. They have had a good run, but do we really need these 10 rules or commandments or whatever you want to call them governing the way we live? Do we really think these millennia-old rules are relevant to today's world? And what's exactly the point of the 10 Commandments anyways? Now, it's not that I really disagree with any one of the 10, or would propose that we encourage people to start murdering or stealing or lying under oath. Thank you, Commandments 5, 7, and 8, for those of you keeping score at home. But it kind of seems insane that there are these 10 perfect rules or commandments or whatever that can govern the way every single person is supposed to live. I also just outright reject the idea that God loves you more or less based upon your adherence to any set of rules, even if they're rules God himself wrote down. Loving someone is based upon adherence to rules is not a love, but a system to reward and reinforce good behavior. Now, I am down with the system that reinforces good behavior. That's why I train my dog Daisy with treats. But I love Daisy even when she eats a sock, which she will still do, sometimes as a game, or begs for food from the table, which she still does 3 times a day. My love is not contingent upon her behavior, but it is a gift that she can't give back or lose. So let me dispel the notion that you have to do anything or avoid doing anything to get or to stay on God's good side or to retain his love. If that is what the 10 Commandments are about, then we definitely have to cancel them. Now, Jesus would not have come to live and die on a cross if you were not already on God's good side. God loves you just as you are, whether you even know what the 10 Commandments are and keep them or not. So let's cancel the 10 Commandments because we don't need these 10 Commandments. Really, there's only 2 commandments that matter for living a good life and being all you were created to be. Besides, I'm willing to bet a fair sum that you can't come up with all 10 of them without looking it up or phoning a friend. In fact, the first person to comment on this with all 10 of them without looking it up or asking someone, I'll take the coffee or pints or something you'd really enjoy. So if we cancel the 10 Commandments, here are the 2 that really matter. Love God, love people. That is it. Love God, love people. That is it. These are the 2. They're not listed anywhere in the Big 10, but they are what the Big 10 Commandments are really trying to be and get at. Those 2 commandments are all about God and his creation being what it was meant to be. Jesus himself even gets on the cancel the 10 Commandments bandwagon when he says the most important commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your mind, soul, and all that makes you you. And the second is like the first one. Love your neighbor as yourself. Jesus is paraphrasing the Shema from Deuteronomy 6, that foundational prayer and commandment for the people of Israel. But what Jesus understands is that you cannot have the greatest first commandment without the second, and vice versa. You also cannot love God without also loving others, and you cannot love others without also loving God. Now, the 10 Commandments are really divided into 2 groups. Love God, which has 4 of the 10, and love people, which is 6 of the 10. Apparently, it's a little harder to keep number 2. Now, the first group of the 4, don't take the Lord's name in vain, or worship other gods, or build an idol, and to keep a day holy and dedicated to the Lord, are all about your being faithful in your relationship with God and loving him. Being faithful with your relationship with God is how you love God. A strong and a lasting relationship. It is kind of like being in a long-term committed relationship with another person. The wandering eye is not going to lead to a true love. So be faithful. Now, the last 6 of the commandments are all about being faithful in your relationships with other people. Now, we don't steal or tell lies about our neighbor or covet their things or murder or disrespect our parents or commit adultery because those things are not loving. We can cancel the 10 Commandments because loving God and loving others is what the 10 Commandments are actually about anyways. The very fact that you were able to sit here today and watch this video is because of an act of love. We're not just talking about your mom and dad here. Your existence at all, is about loving God and having God love you so much. He chose to make creation. Creation and life itself are predicated on love. As the old song says, love really does make the world go round. So I say, let's cancel the 10 Commandments and replace them with the great 2 commandments. Love God, love others. If you can do that, you will never be far from the heart of God. Be sure to join us next week as we learn about what it means to love God and to love others. And you may be surprised to learn it doesn't mean just being nice.